Hey there, welcome back. So, I am going to attempt my first time canning cucumbers, turn them into pickles. So those are pretty well most of my pickling cucumbers. Some of them got pretty big. That's okay. Big dill pickles. And then, just for the last half an hour, I went out and I picked all of these cucumbers. These are all the fresh eating cucumbers. There's some big boys in there. So I'm going to make relish, maybe some hot peppers, onions, cucumbers, a few different mixtures. So some sweet relish, dill pickles, and there's all my clean jars. Those I just washed with some hot soapy water. So they're just drying right now a little bit. And we picked up all of our supplies, which is, I got the 7% acid. What is it called? Acetic acid. So, did that. Got the pickling salt, which is really hard to find right now. Got my what do you call these things? The lids and the seals. It's got those supplies. Got pickling spice. We also got some ginger to add a little kick to some of the stuff. But I do have a lot of peppers that I'll be working on later today after I attempt my first time with the pickles. And what do we got? We got dill because I couldn't find fresh dill, and mustard seed. Got some cider vinegar there because I saw some recipes that some call for cider vinegar for some of the sweet relish. So that's why I picked up a small bottle of that. And of course, the cookie jar is half full. And last night, oh man, made curry chicken and, hi Cecil, curry chicken and Navajo fry bread. Man, is it ever good. And we also picked up my first big, huge pot. It's massive. For jarring, canning. And the tongs and the funnel. And then the thing that goes inside. So, I've been just Googling on different websites to kind of see what the best recipes are for me. So, I am going to go and start working on this. Oh, and the brine. I just added, I think there's 8 cups of water, 8 cups of that vinegar, and
6.
No, I did 8, 50-50. I know it said 6, but most of them say 50-50. So anyway, what else? 1/3 of a cup of sugar and 6 tablespoons of pickling salt. So I'm going to work on that and I'll get right back to you.
There you go.
Hey there. So now it's time to pour the brine into the pickles. So I cut up all the pickling cucumbers that I had. Some are in spears, some are sliced. And in each jar you have dill, pickling spice. I put a little extra mustard seed in there and about 1.5 cloves of garlic. I chopped it into like 5 pieces and put it in. So the brine is boiling hot, and here we go. Scooping the brine. And I'll go through these all and tap out all the air and then top them up with any extra brine that I need. Look at those. Those look awesome. And the next one. Ooh, that vinegar's strong. Oh, Bob, what do you got to say, huh? I might probably have too much brine, but that's okay because I'm going to make something else with those other cucumbers. Da-da-da. All right, so I'm going to keep filling up these with brine. Then I'm gonna tap the air out of them with a skewer just to get all the air bubbles out, get them to right about 1/4 to 1/2 inch from the top. And then we'll get the lids on there and we'll meet you back here and we'll get boiling some pickles. And now I have filled them all up, poked the air out with my bamboo skewers, and quickly dip these the rings and the tops in very, very hot water that was just boiled, and put them on top, lowered them in, and now it's 7:28 p.m. and I'm going to boil these for 15 minutes, take them out, and I will put them over here for a couple days so they don't have to move. And they're supposed to sit on I guess a terry cloth towel or whatever, dish towel. And then I'm going to go out to the garden once these jars are done and go find some hot peppers so I can work on these cucumbers, make some sort of relish, some other kind of sweet pickles, and I don't know, something else. See you in a bit. And finally, I've got my first batch of pickles. Got the pickle spears and the sliced pickles. These are all supposed to be like a dill pickle, and they're starting to make the little popping sound, which is good. So I'm kind of happy about that. So now they can go in storage. They're not the refrigerator pickles, so they'll last hopefully a year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. We'll probably eat them by then. So in the meantime, I was starting to dice cucumbers. These aren't pickling cucumbers, but I'm going to use the cucumbers that I have from the garden. So I washed about 7 or 8 of them, and right there's the last 2. That one I have to cut. And some red onion. And I just came back from outside because the sun is going down. It's down. So I had to quickly go out to the garden and pick. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Hello, sweetie. So just picked a bunch of cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to use those for my pasta sauce tonight. And these are sweet green peppers. I have lots of them, but I just picked 2, one for the pasta sauce tonight and one for my relish. And I'll put one, these are very hot. These are supposed to be not as hot as the jalapenos, but they are. These flaming flare peppers. There's tons of them outside. I'm going to pickle those as well, but not tonight because I'm going to finish up the cucumber stuff. So I'll use one, let me see, 1 pepper in my pasta sauce, maybe this one. And this one I'll put in my relish. And I got the red onions, I said. I'll use 2 red onions, and I'm going to work on that now. And I guess I have to do the pickling salt over the cucumbers and the onions and let them sit for a couple of hours. Then rinse and drain. Oh, it's popping. I hear the jars popping. Yeah, so turned off the oven for now, and I'll see you in a minute back with some relish. All right. So after like an hour or so worth of dicing a lot of things, there's all my cucumbers, that maybe it's about 6 or 7 cucumbers, 7 I think, and red onion, 2 red onions, 1 flaming flare hot pepper, and 1 green pepper, sweet green pepper, about a 1/2 cup of pickling spice, pickling salt, and I covered it with cold water. Now it's going to sit for 2 hours, and we'll come back and give it a rinse and get them packed in the jars. See you soon. Check out my pickles. My first pickles I ever made. So cool. All right, now I'm going to make some pasta sauce. See ya. Okay, and now I have rinsed that pickle mixture with the onions and peppers and that. I'd sprinkled about 3 tablespoons of pickling salt over for the last 2 hours in a bowl with cold water. So I rinsed them twice and I mixed it in with this, I don't know if it's a brine, but it's apple cider vinegar, sugar, and then spices and stuff that I put in. Pickling spices, mustard seed. I added the ginger and the turmeric to this recipe. And 3.5 cups of sugar. So yeah, it's kind of sweet. And now it's just cooling off a little bit. Got the oven on. Get this pot, get her going. Look at that. That's all the minerals from the water down at the bottom. Anyway, so that's that. And oh yeah, pasta sauce was done already. And it's delicious. Everything, all the herbs, the peppers. I don't think the onion because I bought that at the store, but everything else from the garden. So, next is up. Voila. So, I got 5 jars filled and they are done boiling for 10 minutes. We lifted them up. Oh, I got it upside down. See, I don't know how many times I did this. These prong things. They come up upside down. Anyway, there we go. Where's my dishcloth? Look at that. Homemade relish. Go beside the pickles. And try and get some of this water off. Another one. Looks awesome. Oh, they're popping. 3. That's a lot of cucumbers. 4. Sound like the Count Dracula from Sesame Street. 5. And there you go. Wipe these off quick. Try not to disturb the lids, just so I don't have all these minerals stuck to the jars and that. So it makes it all cloudy, and I'm sure there's a thing I can use so that doesn't happen. So it does take a while to do all this stuff, I guess, when you're checking the YouTube videos out over and over for instructions on how to do this, because I've never done anything like this before, like I said. Anyway, there you go. That smelled amazing, eh, when we were jarring it. And there's pickles. I'm going to call it a night and work on peppers tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.